Hi, friends. Welcome back to the Ladylorians. We are so excited to talk about the finale of Book of Boba Fett this week. It's been a minute. We apologize. We are college students, so it's been a little hard filming, but here we are. We made it. I am tired.
Me too.
This week
it's been a rough
just Kenzie and Dodge because,
material
we're running on a bare bones staff here these days.
It's hard. It's hard to get schedules all together, and some people just still haven't watched Boba, and that's completely fine. So we're here to annoy you guys once again. So,
anyways, that's like our main topic. There's not much else to talk about. I mean, I'm sure we can get there eventually. Yeah. However, I do think this episode should rightfully start with Dodge's apology video.
I completely forgot about It's been so long. Listen, did I get you? Like, okay, when you were watching it and the bartender came over and was like, he shot him in cold blood. Did you think I was right? Because when he said that, I was like, oh my god, I'm right. I am going to have a parade on Twitter. I'm going to tell everyone how much better I am.
The only moment I considered that you were right in is when they said to the his buddy that came, like when he like looked at it, it was like, sorry about the marshal. That was the only point where, like, because he didn't say, oh no, he's like still alive. That was the only point where I was like, maybe Dodge is correct.
Yeah.
But then you were proven wrong.
I was literally like, I was flabbergasted. I was so like, oh my gosh, I was right. Like, I love Cobb though, so I was like secretly like, oh man, he died. But I was like, I'm right, and that's all that matters. So screw Cobb. But then I was so excited. The credits rolled, and I was like, wow. Cheers, life is good. Can't wait to go on Twitter and harass everyone. And then the end credit scenes with him, and I was like, no, this is so bad for me. I'm gonna get roasted. And I did, rightfully so, roasted everywhere on everything. Deserved. So I apologize for making that big thing, but I was almost right. So I think that's all that matters. That little bit of time that y'all thought I was right, that's what I live for.
And then you were proven wrong.
Going
a couple minutes later, so
yeah, but that was like a nice couple, like 5 minutes. It was like 15 minutes. Y'all were shaking in your boots. That's all that matters.
Yeah, well, I wasn't happy about it, okay? Like, whatever. Anyways. At least I played a lot of good stuff in it.
Yeah. It was an interesting episode. I loved it. I was surprised about the Grogu Din reunion. Were you surprised by that? Because I thought we were getting that in season 3.
Well, I discussed on the last one a little bit about, like, personally, I didn't think they had to be reunited.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad about it, obviously. Like, it was so sweet to see. But I did also think that if they were going to do it, that would come in season 3. But I also don't think it like detracted from this episode, you know? Like, they didn't spend a lot of time focusing on it. Like, it was just like, oh,
I agree.
He's here.
They're back. Life is good. A little force hug. Yeah, it was. My favorite thing is that we found out that they do have Uber in Star Wars, and I felt like that was a very important plot point. Because I've always wondered, like, you know, what if you just have to take a little trip over to the next planet and they don't have, like, a commercial plane, you know? So, that was good to see. R2 visiting Pelly, the duo we never knew we needed.
And he had the little shirt on underneath.
I know.
I kind of
hate it. So cute. Why is it just kind of like, I thought it was gonna be over. I thought like either he was only gonna be wearing it or it was gonna be like over his little whatever potato sack.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what they could have made him that would have been better.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, like, what were they gonna do? A Mando helmet that had like had ears on it?
Yeah, exactly.
Ear slots on the Mando helmet. Like, not even like designed around it, just like little holes that his ears could pop out through. You
yeah,
know?
but then his ears would get shot. He would
And
have like 1 ear left. Oh. Not a 1-eared Grogu, like a hole through his ear. That'd be so sad.
so, I mean, obviously we knew it wasn't a helmet because it came in that tiny bag, right? And everything.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it was underwhelming.
Yeah. I want to see it protect him. I want to see him get
So.
stabbed. I want to see him get pulverized and get protected by the Beskar. Because, like, how do we know if it's going to work? I want to see him.
This is a conversation for Izzy because we know that she hates him. And
yeah,
the chance to whack him. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, you're completely right. There's been a lot of like Grogu shooting Grogu, watching him fall, you know, watching him like go through trauma. Like I feel like Izzy would be super excited to see these types of things.
I know.
Yeah, come on, Izzy, get on it, babe. Get on it.
Yeah, I know. She'll have to like live tweet her reactions or something because she hasn't watched it at all yet.
I don't know what you did, but
is it better now? Or worse?
That's so much better, girl. If y'all were audio listening, we were at the first half and before we started recording, I was like, your fan is your computer is about to take off, and she's like, I don't know what to do. Like, there's nothing we can do. So we were like, oh, it's whatever. She just found out her mic was backwards and all the audio was
I was sitting here and I was like, why is the Mando? Because like, so before I used to have like it on camera so you could see the Mando sticker.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here and I'm looking at my mic and I'm like, why is the Mando sticker facing me? What's going on, bestie?
What's going on?
In my defense, I am extremely tired.
Your audio sounds so much better now.
Well, I'm sorry for the first 10 minutes of the podcast.
If y'all clicked out, come back on. It was a joke. It was a joke. Come back on.
We were just testing you.
We were just testing. Make sure if you're committed to good quality. I'm glad if you stayed this far in, that means you know you're not here for the quality. You're here for other reasons. You're desperate. Yeah. Anyways, I forgot what it's. Oh, okay. I found it funny when they were all inside the little like burnt building, and Fennec was like, "Oh yeah, no one can sneak up on us, and we have no way anyone can defeat us. We have this place surrounded." All of a sudden, it takes 3 minutes for them to be surrounded, and all of their backup gone, and Cad Bane just strutting down the aisle to go see Boba Fett. I was like, guys, this sucks. You guys suck. Where are y'all at with your jetpack, saving everyone, flying around, doing patrols? But
was there a point in the episode where you thought they were definitely not going to win?
No, I always thought that they were going to win because I was like, well, there's a Mandalorian season 3, and you know, it is what it is. If you guys hear the rating behind me, I'm currently in the middle of a storm, so I apologize for that. But yeah, did you think that they were gonna lose?
Not like,
or were you like,
not that they were like all, not that they were all like, I didn't think they would like all die or anything. I just thought like there was a point where I was like, maybe they are gonna pack it up and go.
That'd be such a waste. Can you imagine?
But also like if you know Din, like Din would never leave them.
I know. That was so sweet when Boba was like, you can leave. And he's like, no, I'll stay with you, even if we die. It's like,
you go down, I go down. Yeah. I like that. I think it was very true to who Din is. Like, I think we've
Yeah.
always seen like throughout the episodes of Mando that
Mm-hmm.
if Din makes a commitment, he's gonna stick to it.
Mm-hmm. I also just
So
like what I've loved. I hate that like. I mean, I don't hate it. I love character development in Din. Y'all know that's my man. But like, I just love seeing how many friends Din has now, and how he's
I
like not afraid to
know.
ask for help, and that he like will do anything for his besties, and it's just like character development. Love that for him.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I loved the Major Domo. I love this guy. Him and Pelly. I want that to be the next Star Wars relationship. I want that to be the next focused Disney Plus series, because I
Yeah.
think that's hilarious. Just them
I
goofing
love
off, living their
Pelly.
best life. She's literally probably one of my favorite Star Wars characters. I think she's the first
She's
one
so
that was like,
funny.
she's so funny. She's so down to earth. She's like the fun aunt. Like I just love it.
Yeah,
She's just there for a good time.
I agree.
Yeah, so they were really cute. I love how Boba sent the Majordomo into the line of fire and sacrificed him.
Oh, I know.
And his little speech, freaking hilarious.
That was so funny when he was like, nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
didn't. He really didn't read. That's my thing is he didn't read it before he went out there.
I know.
If I was gonna go out there, I would have been rereading that thing
I would
over
have
and over
anxiety,
again.
bro. I hate public speaking, so I always reread everything 37 times so I'm reading out loud. I'd been stumbling over my words. Yeah, that was really funny. I really thought he was gonna sell him to them. Or like, this is my gift to you, because he mentioned that earlier on in the episode, but then he was like, nothing. And then he started like, well, let's just think about this real quick. This is not my words. This is Boba's. I loved that part.
There was a lot of like, I mean, obviously it was like a lot of fighting and whatever, but there was also a lot of good like little moments like that were funny. Haha, hee hee.
Well, right after that scene, we have the epic Boba and Din fight, which was which was honestly, I loved it. That was probably one of my favorite fights. I guess, hold on, let me rephrase that. That was probably one of my favorite fight entrances ever. Was them coming in on their jetpacks and just guns blazing.
I agree. It was a very cool fight scene to see, and like getting to see them like work together. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I don't know. I always love when they use their jetpacks. It's just so entertaining to me.
We don't see them use them a lot, which is kind of weird. I feel like if I had a jetpack, I would use it all the time.
I agree.
You know?
I feel like it would be like an essential part of my life.
Like we only see them using it in the season finale. Yeah, like I would just, when I'm going to get a drink of water, I would jetpack over.
Yeah, why would I ever walk anywhere ever again?
Yeah.
Drive to work? Please,
No.
jetpacking to work.
Jetpack. Thank you very much.
Period.
Skirt all over. No traffic.
Exactly.
To, you know, get away from like
life of luxury.
But yeah, I loved that scene. I thought it was so cool seeing them like fight together. It was like a little dance. They were all like moving around each other. Perfect. Din was getting destroyed in that fight though. I don't know if you were paying attention to that.
Yeah.
He was freaking on the floor like half the fight, which I thought it was really funny. It really showed how much better Boba is.
Yeah.
At least in that scene itself. Din just kept on getting shot at, and Boba was the only one fighting back, and I thought that was pretty funny. He had his like knee missiles.
Oh, I know. I was like, when the fight scene was like first starting, and all of them kept getting like attacking him, I was like, where is his little? And then he finally used it.
His little thingies.
His little whistle thingies or whatever.
Were they called whistle? They were called whistle something.
Whistle darts or something? I don't know.
Whistle. Now I'm gonna have to look it up because
his wrist things.
Whistling birds. That was the name of it.
Whatever.
Yeah. He like didn't use them until like 3 minutes into the fight.
Yeah. So I'm literally sitting there for the first few minutes like, come on now. I know you can take out multiple of them at once. Would that not just solve a lot of problems? But they just kept coming
isn't now.
out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of scary. It was like a good start. They were like beating them all, and I was like, oh wow, they're doing really good. And then they just like kept on multiplying, and Din was still on the ground, and I was like, Din, come on, get up, babe. Let's pull out that dark saber. Let's
Come on.
get some action going. He was just like,
I'm like,
he was distracted, you know.
I know. He doesn't know how to use it still too, so
I know. He's sort of getting better towards the end of the episode, but still, he needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Cad Bane comes out and fights Boba again, this is later on in the episode, but which is crazy. What a showdown.
Oh, I know.
I thought for a second, I don't know, did you think a character was going to die this episode? Like any of the main characters?
No, but I didn't put that much thought into it. Like, I didn't think.
Mhm.
Well, I thought like maybe one of the like sidekick people or whatever that were helping
Mhm.
Din and Boba. Like, I thought like maybe a Chrysanthemum or like the motorcycle people or something like that would happen.
Yeah.
But I didn't necessarily think like Boba, Fennec, or Din or Cad Bane would die.
Yeah. I didn't think so either, which was why I was a little shocked about the Cad Bane death.
Yeah,
but honestly,
but
such
also,
a cool death, but still.
I think it also makes sense though, because like, I mean, obviously we don't have a ton of information of the time period after like this and before the new movies, but like evidently he goes out sometime between that, like whatever. So I think they were just trying to like explain, like it was a good time to
cut the rug.
Him. Yeah.
There was a lot of people upset about it. There were a lot of Cad Bane fans.
Well, I hate that man, so
triggered.
I hate him and his squishy nose, so it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, he's definitely terrifying. Like, he is probably one of the most terrifying bounty hunters. Well, not even bounty hunters, but just characters in general. Like, he's not terrifying in terms of like walking in the streets. I'd be like, scary. But like, if I was to 1v1 him, I would die.
He would kill me immediately.
I would be shaking in my boots.
I just can't look at him the same ever since someone said that squishing his nose would sound like a rubber duck.
It would though. Who says it wouldn't? Who says it wouldn't? It does though. Especially like all the edits people doing over the nose. It just became like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I just want to scoot you. Like, there has to be a video of the actor doing that. But yeah, there was a lot of people triggered about it. But I wasn't expecting it, but I kind of enjoyed the death because one Boba took him down with his staff, which was so well done.
I know. I loved it.
That fight. Chef kisses. It was perfect. I love just the anger, of him finally ending his life. Loved that. And I also think it keeps Star Wars fans on their toes, because sometimes I think that like I feel like no one's ever gonna die, because especially new characters that come in, or like characters that we've seen before in Clone Wars or whatever, characters that we love.
Well,
they can't kill them off, especially if they bring them in for the first time. Like, they can't kill them off because they have to, make their money or whatever. But seeing him die was like, they're willing to bring them in and take them out. And
I think
it keeps
definitely
us on our
as
toes
Star
now.
Wars fans, we've gotten too comfortable thinking like, if it's a character that's really well loved, like they're safe. And I don't think that's like a good mindset to live in, because Star Wars is such a big and vast universe and anything can happen. And also, like, not that they have to kill off every single character, but like wrapping up a story or someone dying or this or that, like that closes off a story and gives room for new stories. Because I think that's like a big thing that, I mean, we've talked about a lot throughout our podcast. Is like this addiction that Star Wars has to the same characters over and over and over again, when it's this huge universe that has so many stories to be told. So like, honestly, I'm glad they did it, because like, I feel like we've had so much content that's had Cad Bane in it, like with Clone Wars. Like, he was in so much of Clone Wars and stuff like that, that like, I feel like if they had kept him alive, people would have been like, okay, Cad Bane time, have a Cad Bane show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just like, why can't we move on to new characters and new stories and explore the universe like in a deeper way?
Yeah, I agree. I think it also shows that Ahsoka was when there was rumors of Ahsoka being in the Mandalorian and stuff. We were all it was kind of like scary, because it was the first time we would see Clone Wars characters in live action, like from the made inside the animated show. And I feel like when we saw Ahsoka, obviously we had a love-hate relationship with her design or whatever. But it was kind of this moment, like, there's this possibility to bring these characters into real life. But we didn't think that they were going to do it to, like, any other characters except for Ahsoka. And when they bring Cad Bane in, people were like, oh, well, then the possibilities are endless. They could bring anyone in. They have all this opportunity to bring these Clone Wars characters in. And it's kind of like, yeah, they do have these characters that they can reach from and put them into live action. But that doesn't mean they're safe, and that doesn't mean that they're going to stay forever, and that doesn't mean that they should make another Disney Plus show or stay on that character's like timeline. So I think that was cool to see that they were willing to bring other Clone Wars characters in, but that they're not afraid to let go of those characters or have them stay around for ages. And
I also just think it was like sweet revenge for Boba. Because of, like, I mean, Cad Bane was obviously involved with the Tusken Raiders that Boba considered family. So I feel like he got his closure. Like, that was like his moment of like, whatever. I mean, not that an eye for an eye is good, but like.
But in Star Wars.
Yeah, in Star Wars, it's a little different.
After everything Boba went through, we're finally finding family. I feel like it's deserved.
Yeah, I agree.
Just this one time.
So during the fight scene, though, I definitely thought there was a moment where I thought Chrysanthemum was like it, because
me too.
Because they just kept shooting my guy.
I know.
Was
you know that?
I was literally.
Okay. You know that scene. Okay, remember when like he's out. I forgot whatever. He was like away from them, and then they started attacking him, and then we didn't see him, and I was like, oh, like he could be dead, but whatever. And then that scene when he's coming back, and they're all like behind the in the by the building, and he's like coming in from like the bad guy's side and like coming over to them, and he's just getting shot at like so many times
over and over,
and they're all just sitting there and staring at him as he is walking back. And I was like, y'all have jetpacks, why aren't you flying over there and like shooting? I feel like it was so funny to me, that one scene, because he's just getting annihilated on the battlefield, and they're all like, real. Oh my gosh, he's alive. He's alive. He's so great. He's amazing. And they're all like, wow. And he's getting shot.
I know. I was just like waiting for like the one final shot that was going to take him out. And don't get me wrong, like I would have been so sad, because we know I'm super excited that he's there. Yeah. But like, I just felt like he was like a sacrificable character, you know what I mean? Like, like I felt like he was a character that they would take the risk to kill, because he doesn't like hold that much. But he didn't. He's alive. My boy is alive and well.
Know.
I just like would love to see him and Chewbacca hang out.
You know
You know what I mean?
I'd be down. That
Like,
would,
you know,
like it's
I feel
it's
like we need a
could be
show that's
canon.
like
It could happen.
they're alive. They're both alive. I'm like, I would love a show. Not even a show. I just want something to talk more about Wookiees.
We don't hear a lot about them.
We just
We
know
don't
that
hear
like
a lot
most
about
of them.
like other characters. Just in
We
general.
know that
like
most
other
Wookiees are
species.
dead. That's like what we know. They're like almost
Yeah.
an extinct species. But like, I would just love to know about them more than what we
How are they
have in
doing?
canon, because they're just like a
Mhm.
very interesting species to me, because they understand people and they like, you know, evidently they think like
Yeah.
people, right? But like
Yeah.
they also look like a giant dog. And I would just
That's
like
true. Good
love to
point.
know.
What's
I don't
going
know
on
about
inside
how
their head?
well, like what their
Oh,
like planet
well-
functions like and stuff like that.
Did why am I blanking? What's his name from the little baby youngling Wookiee from Clone Wars?
We literally
Um,
had this conversation like 2 weeks
I
ago on the
know.
podcast where
Wait,
we
what
were
was
like
it?
trying to
Gungi.
Gungi.
Gungi. Did he speak English or did he speak Wookiee? I can't remember. I think he
Oh my
spoke
god, I
Wookiee,
can't
right?
remember.
Can
I'm
you?
pretty
What
sure
if
he was.
you? Why is it like why in my brain am I like, oh no, he spoke normally? Why do I think that?
He did not speak basic, according to Wikipedia,
Okay.
which is English to us.
Yeah.
But was able to understand the language and communicate with others by speaking in, I guess,
The Wookiee language.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but the Wookiee language, Wookiee speak.
Wookiee speak. Okay, I was gonna
Um,
say, what if he spoke basic and all the other Wookiees didn't, and it was like
I wonder what they would
no
sound
one
like if they
talk
spoke
about it.
basic.
Like,
You know
I
what I
wonder if
mean?
they had a translator, like an actual translator. Like, you know how the mayor like had a translator. Like, I wonder if they had a translator. Like, I want to know what they're actually saying, because we never know. We just hear people responding to them, because they could have like this huge like sassy attitude, and like we wouldn't really know.
How do you like learn? You know, I have so many questions about it, because like
Yeah,
as like a person who speaks basic, like how would you learn to
I
translate
mean Han
between
did.
Wookiees? Yeah, I know,
What was
but
Han's
like
excuse in Solo? He was like, he like started talking to Chewie and his little when they first met, and he was like, "Yeah, I understand you." Did he say how he understood him? I feel like he
no,
did.
he might have. I don't remember though.
I feel like I should know that.
Yeah, I know Solo Stan. I've only seen
I
the movie a
love
few
that
times,
movie.
so you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
if they only speak
maybe they
Wookiee,
do. Like, the possibilities are endless. Maybe I just feel like there's so much stuff that I want to know more about Star Wars that
I
doesn't
agree.
necessarily have to be like a series, but just like people explaining things, because I need to be taught about Star Wars like I'm a 4-year-old.
I agree.
I'm like tired of
I
watching people
live
talk about
off
Star
of
Wars on YouTube, and they're like saying these fancy words, and I'm like, I don't know what
that's
you're
me
saying, boy.
watching every single video Star Wars Explained puts out.
Yeah, and then like I like get it, and then they'll say something, and I'm like, what is that? And then I do
Did
this
I
deep
actually
dive.
understand anything? Like, no, probably not.
Yeah, did I
Yeah,
actually interpret it?
I have often spent many nights watching like 60-minute long videos talking about one single topic in Star Wars, and then I come out of it and I'm like, did I actually comprehend anything
Did
that
I
was said in that video?
interpret that? Yeah.
Like, probably not.
Yeah, I just if they have a Disney Plus series, they should do like a Star Wars for Dummies book.
Yeah, like
series, you know, like
or like
I want to know everything.
yeah, or like on Disney Plus, but not like a Star Wars series like about characters necessarily, but like kind of like just like
Just
a
about
almost like a fake docu-series. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, like
Wow,
what
we're
did
just
they do?
giving these
They did
ideas
like
away for
they
free.
did like Disney. I'll give you my number, okay? But like they should do. You know how they did like the Book of Boba Fett Behind the Helmet series that
Yeah.
they did. I haven't watched it, but like I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's like explaining like Boba, his backgrounds, like the
Yeah.
characters' original designs, like all that stuff. I wish they would do that, but for like individual like species or like things that we
Yeah.
haven't seen inside movies, in between movies, what's going on, like that type of stuff.
Yeah,
I'd
like
be
a
down.
quick, like, little 15, 20
Recap.
minute episode or whatever about, like,
Mhm.
this species or this planet, or
Yeah,
maybe I'm
I
asking for
agree.
too much, but
I mean,
because
I
there's
just
just
like
so much, and, like, not everyone's. I wish I could be like a comic book girly. I wish I could get into all of
too.
that stuff. It's just never gonna be me.
Yeah. Well, also I feel like dumb because I feel like my brain is at capacity. Like I'll
I
be real
agree.
honest. I feel like my brain is at Star Wars capacity because I'll watch like the Star Wars trilogy or something, like a Star Wars trilogy
Mhm.
or a movie, and I'll be like, why don't I remember that? Why don't
Oh,
I like
yeah.
why have I never brought that up on the podcast before? Like why have I like I'll like watch it and then I'll be like super like obsessed with this movie and be like this is the best movie ever, like no matter what movie it is. I'm like this is amazing. I found all this new stuff. And then I'll forget about it like a month later. And then I'm sitting here and people are talking to me about like A New Hope or something and I'll be like when did that happen? In A New Hope. Like,
Literally.
I don't remember that. Like, it's just like I feel like I cannot process anything anymore.
Even the ones I've seen a million times. Like, I've probably seen The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi no less than like 10 times each. And that's like
Yeah.
being very generous on like the low end. Like,
Mhm.
to be honest, it's probably been far more than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say like the Last Jedi the most for obvious
Mhm.
reasons.
That's like yeah. But
Uh-huh.
still like even Solo and Revenge of the Sith are like my Star Wars movies. Like I'll always freaking
Yeah.
turn those babies on. But even then I'll watch them and I'll be like, why don't I remember that? Or why haven't we talked
Yeah.
about that before?
The
Why is no
Last
one talking about
Jedi,
this on TikTok?
I feel like I remember pretty vividly, but like sometimes I rewatch The Force Awakens and I'm like, I don't even remember that
Yeah.
happening. Like, and I'm like,
I feel like
I've definitely seen this enough times that I should know like the entire plot inside and out. Like,
yeah.
but then I watch it and like I'll pick up on one little thing and I'm like, wow, has that been there the whole time?
That's
Or like
crazy.
same thing with like the originals. Like I've seen the originals a million times, like
Yeah.
since I was a child. And then I watch them and I'm like, wow, I literally don't remember that. Like even a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, this is the Kyber sisters. Shout out to the Kyber sisters. But they you know, a couple months ago they were doing like a movie series where they watched all the Star Wars movies and like would recap it. And I remember listening to them and be like, I don't remember that happening. I don't remember learning about that stuff. I don't remember any of
Yeah.
this because that would have been useful when I was talking about this on the podcast or whatever. But yeah, maybe I should just do a Star Wars binge because I feel like I haven't done a Star Wars binge since probably like a year, 2 years probably.
I haven't
Maybe
watched
that's
through
the last
all
time.
of the movies since in 2 years. I haven't watched through them since like altogether. Haven't watched through them
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
before
I've
the
watched
Rise of
like
Skywalker.
episodes, but yeah.
Yeah, I've seen different movies here and there since then, but I did like a
Mhm.
full chronological or not chronological release order watch through right
Yep.
before the Rise of Skywalker came out because I wanted to like
Mhm.
prep for it because it was the last of the
Mhm.
Skywalker trilogy or
Yeah.
Skywalker saga. So I did like the full watch through from all the way from 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, Solo, that stuff, all of it
Mhm.
in there. But
Yeah.
since then I've like watched different ones. Like I've watched all the originals again for sure. Like I remember I think during May 4th I rewatched the originals and
Mhm.
then
Yeah.
I've rewatched
I watched a couple this summer, but
yeah.
I don't know. Like I feel like my brain is just like I also just have this need to watch like random movies randomly. Like I'll be in the middle of the day or I'll be in the middle of a class and I'll be like, "Man, I really need to watch this specific movie." Like I'll be in the middle of class and I'll be like, "Wow, I need to watch Thor 2 right now." Like random movies that I don't even enjoy most of the time. But sometimes I'll be like, "Oh, Star Wars. Like I haven't watched that in a long time."
I
Anyways,
just my problem with rewatching movie series like Star Wars is that like it's such a commitment. So I'll get through like the first 2 or 3, and then like I get distracted and I have like a TV show to watch, and then like that's me with Harry Potter. And now I've been trying to rewatch Harry Potter for the longest time because at work people talk to me about the movies, and I'm like, bro, I haven't watched them in so long. And I'm a big Harry Potter, like, don't get me wrong, I'm a big Harry Potter fan, but like your brain can only retain so much information over a period of time. Like you start to lose it if you're not using it, and I haven't up until the last year of my life, I wasn't using that Harry Potter information that much because no one was talking about Harry Potter in college because
in the day-to-day.
Because we're not millennials, so Harry Potter's
we're not in the Harry Potter era. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
we're the Marvel babies. So
yeah. So, and like I said, I grew up on Harry Potter because that's what my sister grew up on and whatever. Like, very much like Harry Potter was like the center of my life growing up, and I love the movies, and it's very important to me. But I got to a point in my life where that was no longer a thing that I was like thinking about 24/7. And now I have to use it literally daily. So I'm trying to rewatch the movies. But I made I finally made it to Goblet of Fire, and it's currently paused on my HBO Max halfway through Goblet of Fire. It's been like 3 weeks.
You'll get to
that's what happens when I try to watch.
Sometimes you have to work up. I have 4 movies that I've watched half of. And
I'm a very big like I honestly, like, with work and school and stuff, like, I have, like, 30 minutes to an hour every day of, like, time I can genuinely watch TV. So, like, when I watch a movie, I usually have to watch it in parts anyways because I don't have the time to sit down and watch the whole movie anymore.
It's so sad. Like, it's literally so sad. Like, I'll get home from work and I'll have, like, 20 minutes before I need to be literally knocked out on my bed asleep.
Exactly.
And I'll be like, oh, I'll just watch. Like, the other night, I was like, oh, let's turn on the Goofy movie. Let's watch the Goofy movie. It's just so good. And then I have it paused, like, right before it gets good. And I'm probably not going to watch it the rest of it for probably a couple months. But
yeah, that's me. And I'm really bad at watching movies and TV in the morning. So
yeah. I am so exhausted in the morning before I go to class. I'm like,
I feel like
I have to go on TikTok. My brain can't have the attention.
Watching TV is like, or movies is like a nighttime activity. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I can't watch it in the morning.
Me either.
Anyways, we're like so off topic.
I'm just TikTok. Anyways, so
do you think
Din would be a Gryffindor? Or are we
yeah. I do actually. I'm probably not the person to analyze that because I'm terrible at picking out people's Hogwarts houses. But like I do feel like that's fitting for him.
I go by personality. Good. That's mine. So I claim him.
Yeah. Anyways, he's just very like honorable.
Yeah. Harry Potter. Din Johnson.
We can have a Harry Potter cast.
We could.
Let me finish my rewatching. Get me back in 6 months.
I've never watched Harry Potter, so that would be so funny if I just showed up. And I'm just like
God.
I'm like smiling, waving. Well, I was supposed to before I went to Florida and went to Universal, but it's hard. It's so hard to binge watch TV, bro. Like it was hard for me to watch Boba. Like I had to wake up early before class. I had to wake up at the freaking crack of dawn, 5:30 in the morning to watch Boba before class. That's commitment, babe. That is commitment.
No, it's definitely a commitment to, especially like I said, established movie series are hard to get into because there's like obviously like Harry Potter and like is very long because there's 8 movies.
But like people who binge watch the Marvel series don't like I'm one of those people that once a movie comes out I become obsessed with it. I know every single detail of it and I never watch that movie like ever again until like unless it's like a really funny movie. Like I know everything, so I don't need to do a binge watch. You know?
I'm not a big movie rewatcher unless like I said unless I like get in the mood or like I'm prepping for something or I'm just feeling like, but I'm also like, I'm really bad about that because like I'm a completionist. Like if I watch one, I gotta watch them all. Like, you know, I can't just like pick up and watch like Spider-Man 2. Like that's just gonna throw me off. Like, you know what I mean? Like I gotta watch all of them.
Yeah, that's why
So-
that's why I like can't I don't allow myself to binge watch series during like the school year because I'll get
Mhm.
obsessed with it or I'll want to know what comes up next. Like my roommates and I we are so off topic, but my roommates and I we started Euphoria. We started Euphoria. We watched the first episode and now I'm like I like every single we watched like 4 days ago and every single day I think about it. Every single day I think about, oh my god, we need to watch the second one. Oh my gosh, we need to watch the series, but I can't. I can't do it. Anyways, back to Boba Fett.
I feel like we covered like a lot of the
I feel like we
episodes.
covered all the grounds. Yeah.
Yeah. Dodge was wrong. Was the most important part. They actually had a happy ending in Star Wars. Shocked.
Which okay, that cute little part where they're all coming together. He's like walking, Fennec and him are walking, they all come together and it's like, oh, group huddle.
Oh, one thing we
So
didn't talk
cute.
about was Miss Girl herself, Fennec.
Yes. Okay, I want to talk about that scene.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the end scene?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
first of all, she like
Continue.
disappeared for like, because I mean, obviously she showed up to like help them out a
Yeah.
little bit, but then she was like gone for like a majority of the episode. Just like we were like,
Yeah.
okay, she's just, I don't know. I literally was like, where is she?
Yeah. Well, she went to go get the mayor, but yeah, I felt
Mhm.
the same thing. Like I felt like it wasn't. In my personal opinion, I felt like they should have had their own battle. They needed Fennec there. They didn't need to kill the mayor. They didn't need to kill the Pikes that moment. They needed to like fight their battle and then come over to the mayor and ratatata
Yeah.
on them. Like she didn't need to do that mid battle. Like it's not like he's gonna stop sending troops when he dies. Like no, that's not what happened. So I was a little sad about that. Like I really missed Fennec in it. I know that they wanted the whole Mando Bros moment of them like saving the day and all this stuff, but Fennec's a baddie. I wanted to see
Yeah.
all three of them again. Like I miss that I miss the trio. Like I just want the trio. I want to see them. And we didn't really get to see them.
My boss, my boss tagged me in this post on Facebook that says, "Get in, loser. We're trying our best."
Perfect.
So, anyways, y'all see how my my life is.
It's
That my
it's
boss,
been an interesting week.
literal boss, is tagging me in posts. I, like whenever her name comes up as her tagging me in something, I'm like, God, what did I do this time?
Whenever my bosses what's up with bosses and tagging us in Facebook posts? First of all, I used to never have any like bosses or anyone outside my family follow my Facebook, and then I let my bosses follow my Facebook, and now like my boss last week tagged me in a Ninja Turtle Facebook post. And it was like the most it was like because he knows I love the Ninja Turtles, but it's just like weird. I was like, okay. It was such a dad move. Like I just love the older generation.
She's not old, like she's in her 20s, but I just think it's so funny because it's
Facebook
always
is
like
so-
it's just always stuff that's like the last time it was like a post that was like the feminine urge to quit your job. And she tagged me in it and said, "I read this in your voice." I'm like, I'm so glad that's the impression that my coworkers and bosses have of me. Yeah, it's weird. It's
Anyways.
really weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sad not to see Fennec. Wow, we've gotten off topic so much in this episode.
So bad. I'm so sorry, guys. Our minds are just like crazy.
Jello,
today.
yeah. But it was sad to not see her. I was like a little surprised by that scene. But also it's Fennec and she kind of has always done her own thing.
That's true. I
So
didn't think about that.
yeah,
There was just so much build up for this like final battle between Fennec and getting, the Pike leaders and the mayors and all the leads of the family and all this stuff. I was like, oh, it's gonna be this epic battle. But it lasted literally like 30 seconds. She was just like strapped, bounce.
Just took them all out.
Took them all out and just left. And I was like, I mean, like, girl boss, like, I get it. Like, she's just a baddie and she doesn't need more time.
I felt like
But
they felt like
still.
they had to give her girl boss moment, you know? Like, she had a shining,
true.
like, girl bossy moment, which, again, I loved because I love her, but it wasn't really what I was expecting. Like, I expected her to kind of, like, be with everyone during the battle and stuff.
Yeah, like,
and she was like,
Maybe the reason why they didn't have Fennec in it is because that one biker chick had like a lot of talking moments and just like fighting moments in that scene, that fight battle. So maybe that they wanted her to shine more. Maybe they wanted her to take the lead more.
The one other thing that we haven't super talked about is, so, right, Cobb's people show up. Now that we know that he was alive, do you think he told them to go? Or do you think they just went? Because he was unconscious.
I think they just went. Because here's what I think what's happened. I think the bartender was like, I think it was like that realization that like, oh my gosh, I understand why this is such a big deal. And he already knew Cobb wanted them to go, and Cobb was the one that was like really advocating for it. So he probably felt like it was like the least that they could do for their sheriff is to like go to the town. So I think he was probably unconscious. Like, I feel like this is what I think. I think Cobb was out for the count. And then he was like in a coma or something. Like, he was holding on for dear life. And then Boba was like, here, sleep in my Bacta tank. And then that's where we found him. So I don't think he was like fine. Like, I think he's like on critical condition.
Well,
yeah,
like, he was in the Bacta tank. So evidently he was it. But I wasn't sure if that was like, maybe it was his like last dying wish. He like was like, go help them.
Do it,
and
put me in a turtleneck.
I guess we'll never know. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we covered everything else though. Like, I mean, we definitely didn't cover everything else, but
we didn't cover anything, baby. We covered every single topic except for the actual. But this is why you guys are here, because we keep you on your toes.
Have you guys ever experienced a single Lady Lorian? Name an episode where we didn't go incredibly off topic. So at least some point.
We like to keep you on your toes. We like you read the title. Chances are we talk about that for maybe 2 seconds. Like, exactly. There's no guarantee.
Okay, here's the thing, right? Like, I feel like we do like a good job talking about our feelings, recapping the episode a little bit. But like, at the end of the day, they watched the episode, right? They already saw it. Do they need us to go over it word for word? No. They come here for the entertainment.
We're here to add a little bit of spice into the conversation. Some stuff you didn't know that you wanted to hear talk about on this fine evening or morning, whatever time you're watching it. Anyways, the one thing, I just want to say one thing. Just one thing that I was a little disappointed about. But I don't want to send a lot of detail on it because I really did enjoy this episode. I had a lot of fun watching it. We didn't talk about the Rancor. We didn't talk about the drones.
Don't ask me to film if you want detail, baby. I did. Okay, I want you to know that I did have a thought to talk about the Rancor. I did have a thought to talk about it earlier, but we were talking about something else. So in my brain, I was like, I'll bring it up later, and then I forgot.
Let's just.
Rancor saved the day, but then almost ended the day. Period. Cool.
Check. Rancor off the list. And then the drones, the droids, they came in. Pew, 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 pew. Crazy.
Oh.
I thought they were going to pull the Clone Wars move with the little tiny,
that's what I was going to say. It was giving Clone Wars.
Yeah, it was giving Clone Wars. And I was expecting them to give the little, like, thermal grenades or whatever. I know, like the grenades. You remember that one episode of Clone Wars where they're teaching them how to like roll the grenade underneath the shield? I was ready for Din to like pull out one of those and just be like do, you know, but that never happened.
Yeah.
whatever.
I was just like, bro, like you could easily just shit with your dark saber, you know?
Yeah, why didn't I? Well, also, when he did get inside the droid, he went for the arm first instead of just going straight down the middle. Like he was like showing off. He was like, "Let me just cut off this arm, so you're just a little imbalanced, and then I'm gonna make you fear for your life, and then I'm gonna slowly but surely go through your eye socket." Like
Yeah,
I thought that was a little
fine, I
extra,
guess. But
we didn't
yeah,
talk
it
about. We didn't talk about Grogu making the ring or go to sleep. We didn't.
who
We didn't
cares?
talk about the final moments of the episode. We
talked
what else
about
are we
them being
missing
all
here?
together.
The final being all together. Yes, we didn't. I guess okay. Cobb Vanth's gonna get a new arm, so at least we have a new robotic arm in
Oh
this.
my god, he's gonna be part of the
era Star
cyborg
Wars.
gang.
Yeah.
He can
my
join
gosh,
the
what color
biker
is he gonna
squad.
get? Is he
My
gonna have?
god.
Oh, is he gonna have like a crimson little color
Yeah.
arm matching his little
like
scarf?
Yeah, cute.
Yeah, cute or whatever.
Can't wait. Do you think that we're gonna see Cobb Vanth again?
No, he's dead forever. Are you okay? I think yes, we are gonna see Cobb Vanth again. We are gonna see Cobb Vanth again.
No, I'm just literally witnessing me have a heart attack on
where,
camera.
How? Are you okay? Do you need take some
Okay.
what is it called? Airborne? What's that commercial where they're like, "Do you have heartburn?" And they're like, "Take this." It's like the pink
It's
bottle.
fine.
Take some of that.
Everything's
Airborne.
fine.
I saw a
Okay.
commercial about it once.
You sound very informed.
I am very
I'm fine.
Well, I think we are going to see Cobb again. Where, how, when? Everyone wants Cobb and Din together, and I'm here for it. The flirting was just immaculate. And 2 episodes ago, so I am ready for it to come around. I think he's gonna come and visit. I think Din's gonna come back, visit, be like, "Thank you for saving us, all this stuff. By the way, do you have a husband?"
Before Rangers of the New Republic was canceled,
Mm-hmm.
I was assuming we were gonna see him in there. So now I'm like wondering if they were gonna have him in there, and now because that show is like nixed, if they're like trying to figure out how to get him into Star Wars more, because he is like such a popular character for only having been in 1 episode in Mando season 2.
Yeah.
So
I think we're gonna see, because Boba, as we know,
they wouldn't have
They
wouldn't have bothered saving him or like, putting that into the episode if he wasn't going to. I just wanted to know if you had any ideas on how we would see him again.
Yeah. Maybe, because Boba's obviously on Tatooine, so we're gonna be on Tatooine and Mando, definitely, at one point. So we'll probably see him again there. I don't know, maybe Cobb, maybe this is gonna be his awakening to, I just don't want to be the sheriff anymore. I want to rule the world. I want to become the galactic sheriff. I want to protect everyone.
Also, on topic of Cobb Vanth, I like how they saved him, put him in the back of the tank. What happened to the other guy? He just did.
They were like, screw this guy. Over.
They were like, Cobb is more important. Yeah.
Cobb?
No, I agree. The other guy seems like a jerk anyways, but
yeah, I mean, if Cobb Vanth was that bad and he was only shot in the shoulder and the other guy was shot 3 times.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm safe to say that they were like, we only have limited supplies and it's going to Cobb. So good luck, soldier.
I mean, I would pick him too, but
I
just think it was really funny because they really put all their efforts into saving Cobb, and they're like, this guy can just perish.
This guy can go. Gone.
But I am excited. It was a really good season. I think that it gave everything that I hoped it would give, and I'm excited for Mando season 3. And what we have to look forward to is Kenobi, which is coming out in May.
Kenobi. I know. It's so exciting. The poster looks great.
It's coming out at the end of May, though.
Yeah,
right?
it's the 24th. Yeah, it's the It's the, what is it? The 20, no, not 20, the
28th?
20, maybe it is the 25th. Hold on. It's some it's the anniversary, or no, it's the 45th anniversary of Obi-Wan Kenobi coming in A New Hope.
Yeah, it's the
Like it's the anniversary of A New Hope.
yeah.
Perfect. I'm so excited. I think that series is gonna be like, obviously there's gonna be a lot of surprises in it. It's gonna be like Clone Wars, Star Wars, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited to get
so
my
excited
Clone
to
Wars
see.
stuff.
I'm excited to see Hayden Christensen.
Hayden
Like
Christensen.
point blank
Me too.
period. I
Yeah,
am
man.
excited to see that man.
I know.
Just because I never thought he would come back, and
Oh no, he's gonna do so good. I just know it.
the prequels were just like our childhood, you know, like those were what were coming out when we were kids. So it's,
you know what I was thinking?
Super exciting.
Do you think we're gonna see Ahsoka in it?
I don't know. Cause
she's around. She's twiddling her thumbs. I really want to see Captain Rex. So if we see Ahsoka, the chances of us seeing Captain Rex during that time.
I'm excited to see Kid. I'm excited to see Kid Luke. I think we're gonna see him as a little
You're gonna say Kid Fisto. I was like, girl, I hate to tell you this. I hate to tell you this.
No, Kid Luke. Little baby Luke.
Padme's grave.
Okay, so well, we didn't have to talk about that. Aw, so cute. She's dead.
So cute. She's dead. I'm so sorry for how crazy this episode has been. Obviously, we have lost. I got 4 hours of sleep last night, so I feel like I'm doing pretty good right now. I feel like we're doing
logged
fine.
on to this podcast link within 30 seconds of walking in my house. So from work.
Yeah,
so. It's been a long day.
Long week.
I watched the episode once when it came out, and not at all since. So, like, I always feel so bad. I'm like, I'm not the person to come to for details because I don't got them.
Yeah. I feel like y'all know that already, though. We used to be really good at the beginning. I feel like we mention that every single episode. We're always like, we used to be good, but now we
used
suck.
to be good.
back in the day, we actually had opinions that mattered, but now they don't matter anymore. But
it's not that they don't matter anymore. It's that, like,
they're not wanted.
No.
Nor are we. It's okay to lie to yourself. Thanks so much for watching, guys. It's been a very fun episode. It's always a joy to get to talk with y'all. I hope you guys had fun because I know I did. I'm sorry our topics are never where you expect them to be, but I think that brings some spice into your life, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good time. We have a fun episode coming in 2 weeks from now. We have a fun episode coming up. I'm really excited about it. If you guys are cosplayers or like cosplayer or talk about cosplay or dream about cosplaying, we're gonna be talking about cosplay again. That's one of our most popular episodes, so we'll be talking about that. We have some amazing guests coming on too. Some new peeps on the podcast, which is so exciting. But yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe and leave a comment on what your opinions of Book of Boba Fett was. And while you're also there, tell us what you would want to cosplay as.
Drop a clown emoji down below in honor of God.
Drop a clown emoji for me. I'll like it. I'll retweet it. I'll thumbs up or thumbs down, depending on my mood. Make fun of me. Please do. It was really funny. I love it when people make fun of me. It was so much fun. We have a big gap of Star Wars content coming, so that means that we have a lot of potential episodes to talk about whatever we want to talk about, and that means you guys kind of have a voice in what you guys want to hear us talk about. Obviously joke around about like not being prepared, but if you guys really want us to talk about something, we will prepare. We are so excited. We want to talk about things that you guys want to hear about, so make sure you guys we'll make an Instagram story about a poll or a
I will
or
make an
something. So
Instagram story.
yeah, Kenzie will make an Instagram story. Please write that down. Write that down. Of just like things that you guys want us to talk about, or if you guys want guests on the podcast, let us know. We have a couple of weeks of free episodes to talk about whatever you guys want. It doesn't even have to be about Star Wars. Whatever you guys want. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for spending time with us and waiting for this episode to come out. I appreciate that. We all appreciate that. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks from now. And have a good rest of your week. Bye.
Bye.